to a new coding ASMR video. This video, I'll be coding a random Java program. A program that lets you drop a phone. So before I tell you what this program really does, I'm going to give you a random Valorant clip. Okay, I hope we enjoyed it, so let's begin. So essentially this program will have two classes. One, which is class iPhone, which you could create iPhone objects, not real ones of course. I can't make real iPhones out of a Java program, but I'm going to create iPhones in which I'll only use them to drop them from a distance. So yeah, this iPhone class typing sounds begin now. Let's call it life, private int life, or health. The healthier the phone is, the more functional the iPhone is. So if the phone reaches 0, the phone does not even work at all. So it's basically when it's 0, yeah, that's when it stops working. If it's like 50, it still works, but the screen is cracked. If it's like 90, it's like something is slightly bent. If it's at 100, it's in pristine, perfect, off the shop condition, right off, newly bought. So yeah, and then what else should I put? Let's do something else. Let's do another one. Private boolean is screen cracked. States whether the screen is cracked or not. So yeah, boolean, true for not cracked of course, and false otherwise. And so yeah, private boolean, what else? Yeah, is functional. And then what I'll do is, yeah, whether the phone works or not. And what else should I put? These are booleans where I would do. Yeah, let's add another attribute that kind of relates to the screen cracked. Let's do a string attribute. Let's do something like, no, let's not do that. Let's do something else. Let's do a constructor for now. Can't think of other attributes to add on to this, so I might come back to this when I do it. So let's do a constructor to create your phone object, and I will do public iPhone, and no need to set parameters because yeah, set the health. This first to this object dot health equals 100. Maybe a double, because I might want to do some calculations based on the fall when I get to the fall method, which I'll code later on. Let's do a double, not an int. 100.0. Phone starts. iPhone in this case starts with perfect condition, imperfect, perfect condition, and set this dot is screen cracked equals false. It's in perfect condition. It doesn't start off cracked. It's not going to be good when you buy an iPhone and it's already cracked. It's not going to be worth $300. And of course, this is functional equals true. It's not going to make sense if you buy an iPhone and it's not going to work, or else it's going to be like there has been a defect on that iPhone. Oh no, that will be not good if you would buy an iPhone that ends up not working, especially on a brand new iPhone X. Okay, so I guess that's it for now, and let's do a method to print out the condition. Print out the condition. So let's do a toString method. Public string toString. Not too strong. Well, phone too strong. This method will print the overall condition. Basically assess the condition of the phone. Alright, so yeah. So for now, I'm not gonna reveal the health but at the end, but I'll just print this out. So return iPhone health plus this dot health. I'm just gonna keep it for now. At the end I'll remove that because this method will just assess visually. I don't want to get the user to know what the exact health of the iPhone, just the conditions about the crackedness of the phone. Yeah. So let's try this out. So let's try doing this. Yeah, like that. No. Vertical line. And I'll state that the iPhone screen, no. Escape. Screen. No, it's not single quotes, double quotes. Shoot. Okay. Is not correct. Yeah. Ouch. Oh. Okay, I'll have to make a separate string. So to print out the string to describe the condition of the cracked screen condition, that the screen isn't cracked. So let's do an if statement here. Oh, string here. Correct state description. Where I'll just declare it and then initialize it in the if statement. If this dot is cracked, that is true. No, not this. I'll do correct description is the iPhone screen is cracked. Yeah, let's try that. And put it here. Correct description. And essentially, I make a string and crack to store the description of the crack state and run an if statement. Should I put an else here? Which checks if this is true. If it's true, it's going to say this. If it's false, it's going to set this correct description to is intact. Yeah. Take care of it. Essentially, you're not going to take care. Well, you're not going to take care of this iPhone anyways in this program because it's not a real iPhone and it's a iPhone that is meant to be dropped. Okay, not dropped. Okay. Okay, so let's try this, and also I'll do another string here to print out a description of the phone's condition. So that's the next step I'll do. String turn on description. Essentially, this is like the same thing where I declare a string to store a description of the outcome. Let's do outcome here instead of description because it's an outcome whether the phone turns on or not. And the same thing if this dot is functional. Let's do this. I'll set this is functional equals no. The turn on outcome we'll set that to you tried pressing the home button, turns on. And what else should I put? Let's do something. I will do an else for the case that is, which this is false, where I'll then set this to the screen. Oh, you tried turning on the phone. Let's do that. It's kind of interactive. The screen remains off, so in that case, it's dead. And then I'll return everything. So basically this collects the descriptions based on the if statements, assessing the functionality states of the phone, of the iPhone, and then return these set of strings. Okay. So I'm gonna try and to create an iPhone object to test it out. All right, so let's try it. Let's do iPhone. Let's call it variable iPhone 7. Bad naming, but it's an object of iPhone. iPhone 7. Let's try making an iPhone 7. So we built an iPhone. New iPhone. And print it out. Sys out. Print line. Print the objects which uses a toString. Let's try it. Okay, so as you can see, the phone's health is 100. It's in pristine condition. The iPhone screen is intact. Take care of it. Like, do not drop it. And then you tried pressing the home button. It turns on. Yay. So, pretty good. But now let's try this. What if we add a method that drops the iPhone by a set distance? So let's try that. Let's try to create a method to drop the iPhone. So essentially damaging it. So let's do public void. We're not going to return anything. We're going to drop the phone. Drop phone by distance. So we don't want to drop an iPhone like we want to drop an iPhone by how many meters or how many centimeters. So we're gonna put in a parameter, a double one, because we would want to do like 0.5 meters or like 3 meters or something. We're gonna use meters, so double meters, and yeah. So let's try this. So the phone, let's say that your phone drops like 30 centimeters or something, or like 40. Let's drop it up to, let's do that. So if the phone was dropped from 30 meters, alright, if the phone took a 30 meter drop or less, 0.30, so like 30 centimeters, or let's do 50. Yeah, if meters or more, yeah, let's do or more. If meters is greater or equal to 0.5, I would use like a formula where I will deduct the health of the phone minus 0 point using a formula, and which will be, let's do it so the phone is completely damaged if it's dropped by like, let's say 10 meters or something, or something like, yeah. So let's do something where like you do this 0.5 plus this health plus this health minus where every meter the phone loses times 20. Let's do that. Or 15. Let's do 15. I put 0.5 here. No, I put this 0.5 because I don't want to take into account this 0.5 meters that it would damage the phone, because the first 0.5 meters would not damage the phone. So I'll take out this. I would add 50, add 0.5, and then deduct this. Deduct meters. Deducted by meters times 15. So if the first meter after the 0.5, it damages the phone by 15 health. And I'll do an if statement if, let's do something like, if this screen is screen cracked. No, if this dot health this dot health is less than 5, less than 10, less than 50 or something. That means this screen will crack. This dot is screen cracked. It equals true. Like that. And then, yeah. And if this dot health is equal to 0, I'll do this dot is screen cracked. This dot health equal, no, this dot is functional equals false. Okay, so yeah, no, so yeah, I will now do it. I should have done that because you want to update it. So let's try it now. Let's test it out again with the drop method. Let's drop our iPhone. So drop the iPhone. Drop phone by distance. Let's try 0.2. Let's try dropping the phone by 0.2 meters. And first I'll print out this. I'm going to drop this iPhone. So I bought the iPhone. It's an iPhone 7, and I'm going to drop it. I don't know why I said dorp, but drop. So yeah, let's try to run it. Okay, so the iPhone's health is pretty intact. So it turns on, and I'm going to drop this iPhone. And if I drop the iPhone by 0.2, that means it's still intact. Like the health is still at 100 because I dropped the phone. I gave it a drop less than 50 centimeters or half a meter. So if I do, let's drop it, let's give it a 0.6 meter drop, 60 centimeters. So that's going to take a little bit of damage. Okay, so it seems that the iPhone's health is 91.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now remove the health. I'm going to not show the health to the outcome. So I'm going to keep running this. Okay, so I am going to run this program now without the health displayed. As you can see that the phone keeps turning on. It's still working for now. Let's say that I keep dropping it by this amount. I'm going to drop it 2 times. Let's say that I dropped the iPhone 2 times. Let's try that. Drop, test the condition, drop it again, and then test the condition. So it seems like it still hasn't gotten any damage yet. Let's try another time, 3 times. Still no. Let's do it 4 times and try again. Still working. It's still pretty strong. Let's give it 5 times. Or let's drop the phone 6 times. Okay. So in this line, if I drop it like 5 times or 6 times, the screen finally cracks. So, but the thing is that the phone is still working in perfect order. Not perfect, but you have a cracked screen, but you can still use it. You can still use iPhone. You probably dropped your iPhone at one point in your life, so it's inevitable if you always use it and walk around. But I have not dropped an iPhone that led me to a cracked screen because I've been always holding it. I've been always holding my hands in my pockets. I don't like losing my stuff. So let's try doing it 9 times, see if it's still running. I should have created a loop. So let's do like a loop here. Let's do like some for loop that let's do iPhone's drop phone by distance or part 6, and then print out the iPhone. Int drop time, drop count, drops equals 9, and I'm gonna drop this iPhone plus blah blah blah. No. Plus drops plus times. Okay. And yeah. Okay, so if I do 10 times, 11 times. By the way, I'm gonna keep testing until this phone cracks, and if this phone cracks, I'm gonna try testing it with a bigger drop. So that is the goal here. If I do 15 drops, what will happen? Why did I still put in 9? I do not know. Drops. Run it. 0 less than equal to drops. You want to keep running until you hit drops. Okay, it seems like this phone is pretty durable, even with 15 drops. Let's do it with 18 drops and finally kill this phone. And if I do it with 40 drops, I'm going to kill this phone. And there seems to be a problem here. Should have been less than 0. Okay, so that means a 15 drops of 0.6 meters will cut it. And yeah, I finally yeeted the phone. It's after some 12 drops. That means I tried cracking it. I tried turning on the phone. It's dead. The screen is off. And now let's try with a bigger drop. I'm gonna turn this off, comment it out, because I feel like I'm not gonna use that, but I might use it later. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna make a new iPhone. Let's call it iPhone X equals new iPhone. Let's give it a 2-meter drop. What's going to happen? Let's try and drop it with on a higher distance, a higher height. So let's drop this iPhone X. That probably costed $500. I may be wrong, but I just made that up. Made that number up, I mean. I'll drop the iPhone. Let's do it a 2-meter drop. Let's try that. Print the iPhone X, and then print it again after the drop. Let's see what happens. Did I miss something? I think I messed something up. Yeah, my brackets were inside. This iPhone was inside these brackets. I don't know why. I've been looking at this and thinking that my mind was thinking that this was an argument. Okay, now let's test it out. Let's see if the phone can survive a 2-meter drop. It's intact. It's still intact. Wow. Okay. 2-meter drop, and it still works. This is pretty lucky. If I do 3 meters, let's give it a 3-meter fall. I guess I should have forgot to comment that out. Comment these out. Yeah, it's not going to make sense if I would give the phone a 3-meter drop and still make it intact. So I'm going to bump this up a little bit. I'm going to make the phone lose maybe 20 health. It's more reasonable per meter. So if I do 3 meters, the screen finally cracks. Let's do another drop. Let's do another 3-meter drop. And the phone dies after giving the phone 2 drops of 3 meters. So, yeah. Okay. So, let's change something up. Let's set it up so the phone's health is 300 instead of 100, or like 200 for reasonability, for make it more reasonable. So like it won't make sense if if you give the phone like 3 drops, it dies right away. Like 10 drops would make the phone break. So, and then let's set the health to 200. If it's less than 140, the screen will crack, or 160, the screen will crack. So it's easy to crack a screen. It's much easier to crack a screen than break the phone. So let's try that. If I give that a boost of health and I drop the phone more than 3 times. So 1 drop, it cracks. The 2nd drop, the screen still cracks and it still turns on. So if I give it like 2 more drops, will it kill the phone? And yes, after something like 4 drops, the phone turns off. You can't use it. Your screen remains off. Okay, so the bigger the drop, the more damage it does to your phone. So yeah. So now, before we end this video, let's make a new iPhone. Let's make a new iPhone. Let's call it iPhone XS. I think it's one of the newest models. I'm not mistaken. New iPhone. And let's print it out. Let's just print line XS. And let's give that phone 10-meter drop. That is going to be a big one. And print it out again. Will it survive? I do not know. Okay, so let's see. Moment of truth. I give the phone a 10-meter drop. It turns on. I see the phone, inspect the phone, assess the damage, and it seems like it still turns on. So wow, it survived. But let's bump it up to 13 meters. If I give that a 13-meter drop, the phone dies. Okay, so it says it's intact. I give it a 13-meter drop, 13 meters. Sadly, the phone dies. So you try turning on the phone, but it's dead. So yeah, I think 13 has made it cut it. But yeah, a 13-meter drop is enough to kill the phone. So yeah, this is like a drop your iPhone simulator. You don't drop a real phone, but yeah, don't use this as a tool to help to experiment with this, because your phones are valuable, guys or girls. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've gotten your tingles, please hit that like button down below. If you want to see a follow-up video of this program where I might, improve it, give it some more conditions other than crack screen, maybe a bent condition, drop a comment down below. And yeah, stay tuned for the next ASMR video.